2 ways to ask the same question, but gold for market research. And you start to see commonalities that are going to help you in your messaging and your marketing to attract more of those types of people.
Welcome to Thrive by Design, the podcast for ambitious, independent jewelry brands looking to profit from their products. Get ready to make more and sell more doing what you love without spending every single waking minute doing it. Hey, and if you're a creative, fashion, or product-based business, I want to welcome you to the show. I'll be dropping big tips on launching, growing, and scaling your business so you can spend more of your precious time using your creativity to make money. You ready? All right, let's do this.
Welcome to the Thrive by Design podcast. This shorty episode 391, 3 questions you need on your custom jewelry forms to close more prospects. So for the last week or so, I've been focused on all y'alls who design custom fine jewelry. If you're a private jeweler, you're working specifically or desire to work specifically with individuals who are investing a significant amount of money to work with you on custom projects. So I really want to help you elevate the process. So if you're designing engagement rings, if you're doing heirloom redesign, if you're someone who wants to just create incredible commissioned pieces that are expensive, then these episodes are for you. Now, if you're also designing other types of custom work that are on the lower end of the scale, this is going to be super helpful. But when I think of custom work, I've always talked about how I don't even think it's worth it unless you're designing jewelry that's at least $1,500 because of the time and effort that goes into designing a one-off piece of jewelry. Now, one-of-a-kind jewelry is a little bit different because custom work obviously, or maybe not obviously, but there is typically a collaboration between you and the customer, not to be confused with customized work, which is something where you have a general design, but someone can customize pieces of the process, like engraving, or they can change the gemstone or things like that. And so this episode is for the people who are designing the fine jewelry or the higher end pieces, art jewelry pieces, whatever, who are working with private clients. I am super excited about this. And the reason being is last year, we were in one of our accelerators for our Momentum program, and there are a bunch of fine jewelers in there, and they were asking about my process for selling custom jewelry. And I asked them, I'm like, would you want me to do a custom jewelry accelerator to describe how I've developed a wait list of clients, how I barely market my business but still get leads every single month, how I close sales, oftentimes at 80% of qualified leads, and how I continue to grow this business while I'm working more than full-time in Flourish and Thrive Academy and have a successful, basically multiple 6-figure side hustle because I'm not putting my full-time energy into this, barely working on it. So I want to help you optimize the systems so that even if you're working full-time in your custom jewelry business, that you're able to scale it in a way that is paying you more money, that's allowing you to grow, and that is creating a consistent source of leads and repeat customers for you for the long haul. But more importantly, ongoing referrals from those repeat customers, because that is the best way to grow it. So if you'd like to learn more about my system and you want to work with me for 6 weeks starting in April, I would love to invite you to apply. I'm going to be working with a very small group of fine and custom jewelry designers in addition to our Momentum program to help set up these processes and optimize their business so that they can take on more clients, start building a wait list, and build desire, demand for their custom jewelry wing of their business. So this is great for people who have a custom jewelry arm. This is also great for people who are selling custom jewelry or commissioned pieces only. So either business model works. Let's do this. So if you want to learn more about that, head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/custom. This is really ideal, as I mentioned, for fine jewelers, private jewelers, people who are working in a higher end modality who want to improve that process. So also, because this is the first time I'm doing it, I'm offering it at a very affordable investment to you. So this is like my best stuff. You're going to be like handed over my system for my custom jewelry business, and I'm very excited to support you in this. So let's do it. Head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/custom. Now let's dive in. I wanted to talk about 3 important questions that you need to have on your custom jewelry form if you want to start converting at a higher rate. And there's a very specific reason for this. These might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised at how many people are like, oh, I'm getting people who are like below my price range, or, oh, this is not the right type of customer for me. Oh, like, I'm not sure, like these people, they just want to haggle me on price. And that's a real thing, right? Because a lot of times people are shopping around, they have an idea of what they want, and then they come to you wanting you to like knock someone else off, etc. So here are a couple of clarifying questions that you can add to your custom jewelry form to make sure that you're weeding out the wrong types of people. Number 1, you need to be asking what their budget is. And in that budget, I would have a drop down of ranges, with the lowest end of your range being the lowest amount that you are willing to do a custom project for. So if that's $2,500, you say, what is your budget? $2,500 to $5,000, $5,000 to $10,000, etc., so on and so forth. And the reason why this is important is because you're going to get people who want to spend $500 for an engagement ring. It happens all the time. But if you pre-frame that up front, you're going to get more qualified people landing on your form and filling out that form because they know it's for them. And you're also going to bounce away the people that are a waste of time. You can also have something on there that says not sure. But before I get on the phone with someone, I would clarify with them, ask them a little bit more of an investigative question on what they're thinking. And you can also have like a comment box on there for them to explain what their budgetary concerns are. So that's the first thing. Now, my second favorite question is this. Describe the person this piece is being designed for. And this would be in addition to a question like, who's this being designed for? Because a lot of times a partner or a spouse is filling out the form, someone who, like a future fiance, etc. So you want to make sure that you know as much about the person that they're being designed for. And there is a very specific reason why this information is super important to you. As you start building your custom business, you start to collect really important data about the people who continue to buy from you. And you'll start to see commonalities, which will help you really hone in on the copywriting for your website, in the copy that you use on social media, in the images that you use for branding. Like, this information is gold. So make sure that you're asking that question and that you're tracking what people say, and then cycling it back to whoever ends up working with you. Because if you start to see commonalities or common threads, this is like literally the kind of stuff that people pay like tons of money to do market research for. So collect that information and move on and move forward. And then another piece of gold, so this is a shorty episode, so we're keeping this short, is to list 5 words that describe this person. So this, once again, ties into the previous questions, but it is gold for market research. So let's say you're getting the same words over and over. Let's say like confident and stylish are 2 of the words that you keep getting over and over again from your customers. Think about this. When people ask you, what do you do? I design jewelry for confident, stylish women. I design fine custom jewelry for confident, stylish women who are X, Y, and Z. So you can insert those words into your cocktail line, and it becomes really clear when you're having conversations with people, and we'll be talking about this a little bit more tomorrow, when you're in the real world or in a networking experiences, to be able to talk about what you do and to use those in-person experiences or conversations that you're having or phone calls to really call out what it is that you do and who you serve. And it becomes so much easier. So those are my tips for today. The 3 questions that you need to have on your custom jewelry form to close more prospects for your fine, private, or custom jewelry business. They are clarifying the budget, but having a budget range. That's really important, with the lowest end of your budget at the lowest end on there so that people know what they're getting in for. Describe the person this piece is being designed for, and list 5 words that describe this person. 2 ways to ask the same question, but gold for market research, and you start to see commonalities that are going to help you in your messaging and your marketing to attract more of those types of people. Got it? Good. I'd love to know what you thought is most valuable about this episode. So if you want, shoot me a DM over at Tracy Matthews NY on Instagram. And also, I just want to remind you that if you would like some support, or my support, I should say, growing your custom fine jewelry business, apply for a custom jewelry accelerator. We are getting started in April. This is going to be a very intimate group. I'm not promoting it that much. So if you're listening to this, head on over now to flourishthriveacademy.com/custom and get on the wait list, apply for the program, and let's see if you are selected to get in, because I'm going to be hand selecting the people for this accelerator. And I want to work with people who are really committed to getting a wait list going and growing their business this year. Thank you so much for listening to the show today. This is Tracy Matthews signing off. Until next time. Ciao for now.